In recent study, it is found that 95% of the AI agents are failed.
Where do they fail exactly?
They were not production ready. There were so many things, data pipelines were not ready, security concerns. The hallucination started. You might not even know that it is hallucinating or it is because there will be some answers most of the time. So it is the responsibility of the developer or the architect.
Imagine an artificial intelligence that doesn't crunch numbers in a boardroom but helps ordinary citizens understand their rights in a courtroom.
So knowledge has become democratized these days.
Yeah.
LLM had read more books and more knowledge base than any person can do in his or her lifetime. So if I ask someone, before starting this actually, I have asked people, do you know what is your constitutional rights? No one gave me the answer. So we made it meant to Vidya Dadati Vijayam.
So here you are trying to provide first-hand information about law and justice.
So if you say 498A, so in that way it is found that 0.48% people was actually declared doshi, and other than that 99 point some percentages was all acquittals. If some fake cases comes, people generally start shivering.
What data sources that you have used? How you especially avoid this over-claiming?
First of all, you should be, mostly involved in your case other than anyone else. They should have the first-hand information of the law, first-hand information of the procedures of the court, so that they don't feel shaken. If you have good knowledge, you will be.
Agentic AI for justice, from boardrooms to courtrooms.
The lawyer can also use these kind of tools, and the person who are facing also can research on these tools.
Artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, chat GPT, AI, Gen AI, Claude, Perplexity, Anthropic, all these have become buzzwords. And imagine an artificial intelligence that doesn't crunch numbers in a boardroom, but helps ordinary citizens understand their rights in a courtroom. Yes, you heard it right. Understand their rights in a courtroom. So today, Diwakar Sharma explains how agentic AI can be designed for trust, explainability, and most importantly, the real world impact. Plus, a fresh look at a new product, LegitMentor.in. We have already heard about Mentor, but Mentor is something new, right? So let us hear from him during the due course of our conversation. But let me give you a brief intro about my friend Diwakar Sharma, who was my ex-colleague at GE during my stint between 2006 to 2017. So Diwakar Sharma is an AI-driven agile program manager and a senior consulting leader with a consulting company. And he has over 22 years in digital. He has over 22 years of experience in digital transformation, enterprise programs, and agentic AI. He recently launched, along with his friend, LegitMentor.in, which is an India-focused and AI-powered legal education platform featuring an AI legal assistant for citizen awareness and early stage problem solving. I'm super excited to talk about this topic, but before that, let us welcome Diwakar. Diwakar, hearty welcome to TGV. How are you doing today?
First of all, thanks so much, Naveen, for this great opportunity and inviting me and sharing all the great things. And I'm a big fan of your channel already, and I'm following it. So it's a great opportunity for me to appear here and then talk about it. I'm doing really great and eagerly and really wanted to share the things and share the thoughts. And when the conversation goes on, just wanted to say like that it is helpful for others, it is helpful for the viewers, it is helpful for the listeners who are going through either similar situation or trying to be more trying to gain more strength on some areas, and wherever we can help with this platform or otherwise ways also, that is how I want to start with it. So thanks again for.
Absolutely. It is great to have you here, part of the conversation. And folks, today we are going to dive into an important conversation on the topic at hand, agentic AI for justice. from boardrooms to courtrooms. But before we get started, here is an exciting twist as always. Let us tickle our guest brain first. So, Diwakar, you might have already tuned into a couple of episodes and all, you know the format, right? So, first we will trigger the first rapid fire round of random words. I'm going to mention a few words and request you to share the first thing that comes to your mind in response without thinking much. And if you're ready, let's get started with rapid fire round number one. Okay, can I get S from you?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So first word is curiosity.
Must.
Okay. Future.
Our present works.
Leadership.
Responsibility.
Success.
Hard work.
AI.
A great companion.
Humans.
Product of the data.
Acha. Okay. And then aliens.
Elon Musk.
Technology.
Great, a great helping asset in these days.
Got it. Career.
Passion.
And the last one is life.
Learning and empathy.
Wonderful. Great participation. And stay tuned for second rapid fire round towards the end of the episode. And Diwakar, thank you once again for being part of our journey in shaping the careers and lives of millions across the globe. So let's get into the mainstream conversation now. So talk to us about who is your guiding voice.
So Naveen, the guiding voice is something which keep you inspiring always and keep you motivated always. And in my case, it has been time to time. It has inspired a lot of things has been inspiring me. So the initial stage of my life, my mentors, my teachers, my colleagues who are doing extraordinary work, and then slowly when we progress, there are some incidents which has become my teacher, and also the failures which has also taught me a lot. So it's mixed of learning and the life experiences and the great people around me. Those are the assets and guiding voice for me.
Interesting. And thanks for sharing that. Diwakar, now it's time for you to talk to us about your success mantra, as in top three things that have contributed to your success so far.
Yeah, so what I think is success needs consistency. So first of all, if you're learning, small things as well. If it is consistently you are building something, so over the time it will build in a very good and very big result. So it's like SIP. So keep on, accumulation, learning in a consistently, and also like as I mentioned earlier, I also want to make my failures in my stepping stones, not my roadblocks. So those two things actually have been very much prominently working for us, for me, as with my like curiosity and hard work and learn and unlearn. So that is what very important skill in these days: learn, unlearn, and then relearn.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I think making your failure as a stepping stone is something stands out, and that's so wonderful. Now let's talk about the topic at hand today. So my first question around this agentic AIs and how you guys are you building an agentic AI to provide help or to support citizens on legal related mentorship and all. So my first question is like in large organizations, right? Where do these AI agents tangibly reduce cycle time? Is that at operation side, risk side, or customer experience? And where do they still hit walls?
What is happening, I mean, these days, so AI is very good and Gen AI is awesome, I would say. But there is every technology has a limitation. So similarly, here also we have limitation. We have pluses and minuses. It is all, up to us, up to the leaders, up to the AI leaders, or up to the AI implementer architect, who need to make sure that the guardrails are perfectly done.
Hmm.
The AI agents are when it is being developed, the context are set properly. So it's not like doing something fastly or making something to make sure that we have used some key terminologies which these days people are using. So that is one of the reason in recent study it is found that 95% of the AI agents are failed.
Okay.
So that the reason, most of the reason have been that they were not production ready. They were not production grade system. There were so many things which when they one went into production, those pipelines broke. So those things are much to taken care. So it's a new technology. but with every thing, it will mature in some time. But the thing is, should as an architect thing, or as an leader on AI thing, I would say don't use AI as just to use AI, but use AI if it is giving you some ROI.
Mm-hmm.
So that must be, validated before starting any project.
And
However, operational and the CX experience, you can definitely use AI,
okay.
with all these precautions and with all these guardrails and
Mm-hmm.
architectural guidelines.
And where do they fail exactly? Like when it comes to the real implementation part, where do they fail? What are their
Yeah.
limitations as such?
What happened is, there are so few cases which I can recall right now is, they worked well with the limited test data when they were tested in a limited environment. The environment was, controlled, we can say. But however, when it went to production, when it went for data which it was not ready to deal with, or it went into an environment where the data pipelines was not ready to take that security concerns or the data privacy breach concerns. So that at that time those things started happening, and then that pipeline broke, and then the hallucination started. The context was not clear. The context has broadened. So those things actually has made RAG pipeline, data pipeline broke, and then the result started appearing that was not as per the quality, acceptable quality, and that actually made into a. So the one more thing is, when doing these things, sometimes it is not, you might not even know that it is hallucinating, or it is because there will be some answers most of the time. So it is the responsibility of the developer or the architect that it should make sure that this the art that the results is also being judged. So you should also have some multi agent orchestration to, yeah, even judge the output, and then filter it out, and then go into the final pipeline or final answers, final result.
Got it. And just to summarize, I think you mentioned that if at all there is any judgment, ethics, or incomplete context is involved, then this agentic AI might hit the wall. However, this boundary should not be treated as a weakness, but it has to be treated as a design constraint. So wonderful. Now we'll move to the
Exactly.
next question. You have worked across technology and management. So talk to us about non-technical levers like policies, incentives, procedures, or processes which make AI stick at scale.
Um, so these are triggers which, like when we go for implementation, or when we go for a new technology, any new technology, these are the human side of it, you can say. So which should have some governance guidelines, and which should have some strict rules as well. So data privacy and the use of data, personal data, and all these things. So we should follow these guidelines, and there is very much need of an hour to have a strict collaboration across all the leaders across the world, and make some guidelines around that, so that these maybe some new rules also need to be introduced, and based on the things are changing. So that is a kind of thing which I think people are already in discussion, but those should be formulated soon.
Mhm. Mhm. So you mean if at all the AI adoption can fail, like which means in case organizations are living in digital chaos and they're trying to digitize it things just like that without really fixing the chaos, then AI adoption might fail. That is the key takeaway. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
What are the biggest knowledge asymmetries you see between institutional systems and citizen level understanding, and how can AI agents ethically bridge them?
Yeah, great question, Naveen, again. So, what is happening is, one thing I want to highlight here. So, knowledge has become democratized these days.
Yeah.
Because LLM knows, and LLM had read more books and more knowledge base than any person can do in his or her lifetime. So, and it is available, right?
Yeah.
So, only thing is the right way, right approach to ask the right question, right prompting, So understanding the right context, asking from the right intention, and getting the answers from the LLM in a right way. So that is a technique actually which everyone has to learn. It's like a new era, like when there was computers in the beginning. So computer operating was an skill. So AI prompt engineering, uh, getting to use AI in a better way, and knowing its limitation, knowing its strength, it has been becoming a new skill set, or a new gap as well, I would say. So institutionalized level, if you talk about, just take an example of legal itself.
Yeah.
So if I ask someone, before starting this, actually, I have asked people, do you know what is your constitutional rights? So don't go into much detail. Just tell me one, if you know about Article 14 or Article 21. And to be surprised, no one gave me the answer. So that was it. That was the thing that I thought that. Uh, However, it is all here. Everyone knows everything is there, but people are not aware. So then it needs some kind of push, or some kind of system where people can come ask their question, and from our side also we can circulate these kind of things. So that has become one of the reason to start this initiative actually. So it's not for money basically, it is just for making aware people their rights, their increase their knowledge.
Mm.
And there is some more thing which we will discuss in the group. So yeah, yeah, this way we can definitely bridge the gap. If we from our side we are doing, but from government side also these kind of initiatives comes, and some good players comes into picture, some good knowledge is started sharing. So that would help real citizen real very.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it.
I think.
And also, Diwakar, now let's talk about the platform that you guys are building, Legit Mentor. First and foremost, why it is not mentor but mentor, right? And what problem are you going to solve? Like, are you going to address awareness part, documentation, or triaging, and why so?
Very good. Thanks for this question. I was waiting for this. So, okay, let me start with why it is not mentor and why it is mentor. So, mentor is a word which has come because of when we it is a um, in Hindi, if I tell you, it is a symbol of युद्ध में जब वो बजाते हैं, तो एक वो होता है बजाने वाला, उसको बोलते हैं तोर, दुम
Right.
बोलते हैं कि
Tool.
जब युद्ध शुरू होता है तो दुम भी बजती है, उसको
Trumpet kind of thing,
so
right?
that is
Tour
the
is trumpet kind of thing.
trumpet kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then tour is also making the people stand. So God of justice is Thor.
Hmm.
So Thor is coming from there actually. So it is a mix of that. So we made it tour. So mentor is one Thor. You can say it's mighty God Thor, and it is starting of knowledge beginning. So the punchline is Vijay Dadati Vijay Vidya Dadati Vijayam. So you must have heard Vidya Dadati Vinayam, but here it is our tagline is Vidya Dadati Vijayam as well. Because this is a knowledge economy. Everything is based on knowledge. So if you have good knowledge of anything, maybe let it be legal, let it be AI, let it be leadership, let it be Scrum, Agile, anything. If you have good knowledge, you will win. So so that is the main theme of Legit Mentor. So we are trying to make people think through this, and then make yourself more knowledgeable, make yourself more learning, giant kind of thing, so that you can win the things, if it is case, or it is something else in the life. So knowledge is important.
Okay.
So,
So here you are trying to provide first-hand information about law and justice, if I am not wrong.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So what is happening is, with this initiative, we have put everything in one place, and it is having all the related will judgments. So right now we started with a matrimonial thing, and we will expand this horizon, or not from matrimonial, but all other areas as well, related to legal, related to education as well. So the thought process is to have some platform. So right now, if we talk about legal, so this platform will provide all kind of help to a person who are fighting fake cases. So fake cases are very common. So if you say 498A, you might have heard already.
Yeah.
So 498 cases, there is very less number of judgments are there, or very less number of people who have got this इसको बोलते हैं दोषारोपण दोषी पाए गए. So the rate of acquittals are high. So there is one RTI in Delhi. One advocate had made that. So in that it is found that 0.48% people was actually declared doshi, and other than that, 99 point some percentages was all acquittals. So see the gap. So it clearly say these are all fake, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if some fake cases comes, people generally start shivering. अरे
Right.
case हो गया अब क्या होगा? So that is the problem actually I face. Many people I have seen they are facing. And when I start guiding, when I start sharing my experience, I felt people are getting benefits out of it. So that is the place when we thought, let's make it, it was started as a, study project. I was studying AI as well, and I was doing facing this. So I started this as an project, and then it has shaped up. So I build a site around that. I build a agent around it, and make everything available in under one umbrella where they can come and they can see all the judgments, they can see all the community support, they can connect with similar kind of people, they can, it's like a Stack Overflow as well, you will say, where developers comes and face their discuss their issues and then come up with the go with a solution. So some similar to that line actually it is being started developing. And in coming years and coming months, it would expand more, and we are trying to make it more,
Yeah.
reachable to other folks. So,
And walk us through this AI legal assistant further in terms of what data sources that you have used and guardrails that you are putting in place and how you especially avoid this over cleaning.
so the data is all public domain data. Most of the time, we are using the judgments which are already available in public or FIR, so whatever these things are there, and all the constitutional rights or the Constitution of India, all the law related BR laws books, everything is available on the public domain. There is nothing to hide or nothing to thing. And the person's data, when it comes to, we are not saving anyone's data. So it is just like they can come, they can query, and then they can go away. That's us. So it is on that line, and we are trying to make it a more right now it's in progress. So we're trying to make it more guardrails, more strict guardrails, so that the hallucination rates are strictly very low, and it can draft the reply based on the questions, based on the PDF, based on the complaints which the person has been uploading in the system. And whatever judgments it's said, we are trying to get a system where those judgments are also getting verified with a judgment database. So right now, what the challenge we are facing is that sometimes the hallucination part comes into picture, and then the judgment which it creates, they are not actual judgment, but they are some hallucinated judgment which we are getting from the LLM. So we're trying to reduce that part. So this is one thing which is ongoing. Other than that, we are also trying to create one more model, which are being trained on only the matrimonial laws of India, and which are being trained on some use cases of these kind of judgments and complaints.
Yeah.
So, and then the experience which we have got, so that we can upload, and which place those experience can come into picture, which state of the case we can guide the people, like I guide the people by my own knowledge, the same knowledge I am trying to imbibe in the LLM model, so that he can understand those contexts and guide from there.
Yeah. Got
So
it.
those things are a little bit different than the right now the others are providing. So we are trying to make it into that.
And Diwakar, talk to us about human in the loop checkpoints. Are they existing? And also, do you have any role
Yes,
of
yes, of course.
lawyers? Do you have any role of
Yeah,
lawyers,
they are
paralegals, or
they are
moderators?
already.
Yeah.
Yes, they are already there, and they are must actually. So it's not a replacement of lawyers, but it is more like a educator for you, educator for a person who are facing the cases. But the LLM will not go to the courtroom. So the courtroom will be, always be there, a need for a lawyer, but the lawyer can also use these kind of tools, and the person who are facing also can research on these tools. And before going to approaching the lawyer, they should have the first hand information of the law, first hand information of the procedures of the court, so that they don't feel shaken, they don't feel terribly, and they don't feel that something is done by for him for the first time. So
Yeah.
they should have the awareness, the remedies available, the concepts available, how to proceed from there, so that they can take informed decision. They can also discuss with their lawyer in a more confident way. What happens is lawyers are generally very busy, so there are so many cases with them. So if you are the person who are getting suffered by your case, so first of all, you should be mostly involved in your case other than anyone else. So you should be the first person who have to take the most of the interest in your case. So that is where this tool comes into picture. It is having motivation AI agent as well, and it is also having the meditation links and all other NGOs who are helping. So everything is there in that site. So
Yeah.
if somebody comes with the open mind and then explore the site, they will get all the information needed for fighting ahead and going ahead with the cases and
Yeah.
being motivated and connected with the community as well.
Got it. And talk to us about the design scorecard that you're using for trustworthy artificial intelligence. Anything related to transparency cues or rational visibility, etc.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good question. So technically, with what we are doing is, as we mentioned already, we are trying to get more tools which are validating the output, which are first hand coming from the LLM with the context and the prompts given. And we are also trying to add the judgments database where we can verify the judgments which are relevant to the case, like judgment search plus the validation, and also trying to have templates ready, which is having the selected and important sections, so that when it goes when something comes up, we can validate those sections with the bare X books. So these are under processing. So we are working on those guardrails and validations parts, so that when we give the output, it is more accurate and it is less hallucinated and it is more context driven.
Yeah, got it. Also, how do you test this explainability with the non-tech users? And have you come across any surprising usability finding that changes the
Yeah.
product in between?
Yes. Yeah. So what happened is, I mean, we are good, Naveen sir, we know what is prompt, we know what are the context. I am talking to you, you understand what I am talking.
Yeah.
But the general user, I mean, you tell them how many times they will not be able to write good prompts. That is, some people I have faced this. Some people are very intelligent as well, but some people I have faced this kind of situation. So. One more thing we are imbibing in the system is right now it is in progress, that feature. So we are trying to give a complete template.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, even the people who comes into the system, they don't need to write anything. Even the prompt, they don't need to write. We will ask them the questions, and then based on those questions we are creating dynamic prompts, and those prompts actually then context we are setting, and then those prompts are getting ahead with the output and the results. So that is how we are trying to get this usability. So that is feature actually I have to introduce. Earlier I thought prompt anybody can write. So, and I was giving some prompt, and then I thought people can change and then they can go ahead with that. But then no, not for everyone.
Yeah.
I have seen the people, they are not willing to learn, and sometimes what happens in these cases, now people are not in good state of mind also sometimes when these cases happen. So they are not feeling to do something additionally.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, actually, have been introducing some UX kind of thing where we can have the good understandable questions answers, and then based on that we can do the counting.
Yeah, got it. And my next one is like, when should an AI agent refuse an answer? And how do you communicate that refusal without losing user confidence?
Yeah. Right. So, like for our agent is for legal purpose. So, if somebody asks some questions which are not related to its domain, So if instead of giving the wrong answer, we have put the guardrail that communicate in a polite manner that this is not a thing which I am expert in. So we will say no to that. So that model will say no to that. Agent will say no to that, and that is good. That's not a bad thing because instead of giving some wrong output, if it is saying clearly no that we don't have any expertise in this area, that is much better instead of giving some wrong context and some wrong answers. So yeah, that
Got
was there.
got it. And if you had to pick one ritual, be it demo day or shadowing citizens or failure postmortems to keep AI human, right? Which one would you choose and why?
I think shadowing citizen is better. Why I'm saying is or maybe mixed of demo and shadowing citizen because what I think is every day we are like every week we are doing some similar to that actually 8 to 9 we are trying to get into a session where we are demoing the tool and we are also listening to the user's problem and then solving it with the AI then and there with the tools and with our available systems available. So every week we are doing that kind of seminar webinar and people connect there. So the person asks something some question like they are asking for creating an RTI for some problem and then we are giving the prompt then and they are getting the output and that output they have used some say and then they got the answers from the organization and then they come back and then they say yeah we have learned from that is from you and sometime later they say it gives a great immense pleasure that something is working so any day I would choose practical shadowing and plus demo. So
Wonderful.
that practical use case can be implemented. And just
Superb, superb. And I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation so far. It has been an incredible one. And it's time for us to add some more spice and excitement to the episode, which means it brings us to the second rapid fire round. And if you're ready, let's get the ball rolling.
sure, sure.
Okay, here comes the first bullet. Bill, if you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say?
Live and let live.
Wow, powerful. Can you describe yourself in just one word?
Impact
Sorry?
and full. Impactful.
Impactful. Nice. And
Not impactful, impactful. But I'm happy with that.
right, got it. No, interesting. And if your AI could wear a badge, what would it say? Like, I mean, a badge like explainable, empathetic, or efficient. Which one would win?
Yeah, efficient.
Efficient?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And can you kill one buzzword for ever among these three, like AGI or responsible AI or data lakehouse?
I would say responsible AI because right now, so far, humans in the loop is always required. So we cannot assume something like everything is responsible AI.
Okay.
Yeah, and to kill that because that need guardrails, that need directions, that need the architectural part. Still, those things are there. Still,
Okay. And Diwakar, which is more dangerous, silent bias or loud hallucination, or both?
I think both.
Okay. And my next one is like, if you could get 10 million users tomorrow, what is the first non-tech hire you make?
I think someone who can still get the trust and data privacy kind of things and those basically trust leader, I would say. Yeah,
Super. Spot on. And pick one superpower for your agent. Perfect recall or always asks the right follow-up.
I would say always ask the right follower. So it would suggest you the next hour or next and next action items. Based on that, it would ask you the right questions. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. And it comes the last one for the second rapid fire round. What is one electronic gadget or a fantasy gadget that you like to see or invent yourself?
Don't ask me. You will feel I'm lazy, but the thing is, I want to work, but sometimes I have to do some habits. I mean, which keeps me healthy, you know. So I want to make a gadget which can do work is kind of like running for me, and I will get the benefits. I can eat whatever I want to eat.
Come
But
on, do.
that gadget do whatever they.
I think there will be huge demand for that
I
particular
know
product.
you will.
Yeah, there will be huge demand for that for sure. And after that amazing second rapid fire, let's flip back to the mainstream. So paint this future picture like 2007, 2000, sorry, 2027, 2028, 2029. What does it take for AI to become social infrastructure, not just enterprise tooling? And any policy or standard that you want to see?
So definitely, I think public policies are much needed at this moment. I think is good and government is working on those areas already. However, that needs more attention because we are, in a age where time is money and time is running very fast, and the innovation is much faster than anything else these days. And computing powers are getting increased day by day. So demand of power supply and those things will increase in future. So we need some strict action, some strict framework to cater to those needs. So that and if quantum computing also is coming very like maybe 2029 we can see more use of that. And once that comes, the AI will also increase. Uh, so those things actually creating a picture which need attention at this moment. So those policies should be in place. And I think government is working on that because those policies are much needed at this moment.
Got it. And Diwakar, I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. It has been an amazing and insightful conversation. And how is your experience being hosted on The Guiding Voice?
Awesome, Naveen. I would say it's really great. And always seeing a guest here and being a guest here for in this episode is really awesome. So thanks for that. And I think you're doing the TGP is doing a great job, and uh, it should have more and more followers and more viewers so that people can understand the depth of this podcast. It's not like a small podcast, and it has been like consistently done and across the country. We have guests from so, broaden your skill sets, broaden your thought process, broaden your surroundings, and also make you feel that connected to the world. So, I think this is very great initiative, and I really enjoy always best wishes for this place actually, this TGP audience.
Sure. Thank you so much, Diwakar, for being part of the show. And also, I wish you and the entire team all the very best in everything that you guys do. And with that, I would look forward to hosting you again in future. So, friends, that was our episode with Diwakar Sharma, and you'll find his LinkedIn profile in the show notes or episode description. Feel free to connect with him. And before we jump into the fun trivia section, we have a quick request. If you haven't already subscribed to The Guiding Voice, please subscribe from wherever you're tuned in. Also, if you have enjoyed the conversation and found it useful, request you to share with at least three of your friends or colleagues or family members who would also like TGV. So spread the knowledge and help others grow just like you. Now it's time for us to cruise into the trivia segment. Having had amazing conversation about AI and legal systems, especially about LegitMentor.in, the platform being built by Diwakar and his friends, I thought of presenting you few facts related to legal system in India along with AI relevance. My first fact is that let's take a look at the backlog reality. As of 2025, Indian courts were reported to carry around 4.5 to 4.6 crore pending cases, which is intensifying need for legal tech. Is it true or false? The answer is true. And my next question, or rather, I would say, my next fact is the agentic shift. Industry leaders forecast agentic systems moving from conversation to action and becoming the default layer in enterprise workflows by 2026. And the question here is which executive has publicly said this? I'll allow you to think for a few seconds and let me tell you the answer. It is Mr. Ganesh Gopalan, who is the founder of Nanny.ai. Next one is around explainability demand. Product leaders note enterprises will avoid black box artificial intelligence and want control, safety, and solid engineering foundations from day one. So, name one executive and platform echoing this particular view. Okay, I know you're thinking. Let me reveal the answer. It is Karan Kirpalani from NASA. And the last one is around legal AI tools. The list of AI, the list of India-focused legal AI tools in 2025 highlighted speed ups in review and research. Example: Bharat Law, Case Mine, SCC Online. So now the question is, what is one documented benefit these platforms claim? I know you're thinking, but tell me. Let me tell you the answer. It is research time cuts, faster due diligence, and most importantly, multilingual access. So these are the things which I wanted to share from agentic AI perspective and also related to legal domain. Likewise, if you are interested to share any of the other facts or trivia related to the role of AI and agentic AI in the legal space, feel free to comment if you're watching this episode on YouTube or if you found it on social media platforms, you can comment there as well. So, folks, that's it for today's episode. And thank you so much for tuning in and also for being part of our awesome TGV family. So, until next time, take care. And remember, the best is yet to come. Goodbye for now. See you all in the next episode with another amazing guest. So, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.